Magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? Hello, my name is Kimmi and welcome to whatever episode this is of Magic Mirror. Magic Mirror is a series that I do where I watch a Disney or Pixar film. I find a character or two or however many I feel like that I relate to and I talk about it. So for this week's episode, I watched Snow White. For those of you who don't know, Snow White is the first feature film that Disney put out. It came out in 1937. So for 1937, the animation is actually very good. I mean, animation has come such a long way over the years, but the fact that in the 30s it was pretty decent is amazing. So for those of you who haven't seen it, to summarize it, how do you even summarize this movie? An evil queen wants to be the fairest in the land and will pretty much do anything to do it. That's kind of the premise of the whole movie, and then, you know, the Seven Dwarfs come in. So when you think of Disney, or when I think of Disney, I normally think of, like, you know, happy and princesses, and yes, this is a princess movie. But Snow White is actually a pretty dark movie. I mean, the whole time someone's trying to kill Snow White and the evil queen is terrifying enough, and then she turns into some old, like, lady who's even more terrifying. I'm 21 years old and she scares the out of me. So to get to the main part of this video, after all of this fun fact, whatever I just talked about, I related to mainly one character, but a couple things that each dwarf did. I mean, I'm gonna start off with the most obvious and say Sleepy, because I am a college girl and I do a lot and I have a lot of homework and I'm always tired. So yes, I have the tendency to walk around like this. I'm a sleepy girl. I don't know what to tell you. So I relate to Sleepy just because he's sleepy. Second off, I want to say that I relate to Dopey. And not because he is dopey. I mean, out of all the dwarfs, he's very different. Like, they pick on him a lot and they make him do things that they don't want to do. And I mean, I was a victim of peer pressure when I was younger. I mean, people made me smoke when I did not want to smoke. The fact that they're like, hey, Dopey, we don't want to go up the stairs and see what's up in the bedroom, you go do it. I mean, that's peer pressure. Also, what I find really cute, I mean, I don't relate to this because I'm not in an animated movie or anything, but Dopey's always trying to catch up to the others and, like, doing, like, little pickup steps, and I find it absolutely adorable. And, like, the music changes based on his, like, little gallops. I just find it the cutest thing. I don't know, Dopey's so cute. Another thing about Dopey is the section of the movie where they play, like, the silly song and they're all playing instruments and all that stuff. Dopey really doesn't play one of the instruments. I mean, he occasionally kind of like bangs on the drums, but he doesn't actually know what he's doing. And I can't play any instruments. I can't wrap my head around how to make music with instruments. I think the people who do it, wow, you're talented, but I can't personally sit down and learn how to play a guitar or the piano. He mainly dances, and, you know, I danced for 11 years, so I guess I kind of related to that. He just really always tries to have a good time, and I'm somebody that, even though I may have a lot going on in my life, and I may be dealing with emotions that I've never dealt with in my life before, I love having fun. So if I'm down in the dumps, even though I am somebody who sometimes sulks, I'll try and go out and fix my mood by having fun and hanging out with my friends. I love to have fun, and Dopey's somebody who just messes around, doesn't care what people think of him, even though his fellow dwarves sometimes make fun of him for what he's doing. So the fact that he's able to, stay strong and not care about what they're saying about him is super great. I mean, I'm somebody who does that. You could say whatever you want about me. I'm me, I'm staying this way, and I'm gonna do whatever the I want to do. So the last dwarf that I found myself relating to, the dwarf I actually found myself relating to the most was Bashful. He's very shy and he kind of has a crush on Snow White throughout the whole film and always blushes, and I'm somebody, like, if I have a crush on you or I'm dating you and you say something cute to me, I try and hide my face with my hair. Like, I'll purposely, like, move my hair from behind my ear and just go, like, in hopes that you can't see my red face. And I know people who know that I do this because, as I said, it's normally people that I've dated. Another thing about Bashful is seen to be, like, a very romantic person. I mean, out of all the dwarves, none of them are really romantic, and when they ask Snow White to tell them a story, Bashful is the first one to be like, oh, tell us a love story, and he falls in love with the idea of being in love. He's super infatuated with Snow White, and I don't know, I find it the cutest thing because I'm definitely somebody like that. I always, and even still now, I love being in love, so I definitely related to Bashful about his views and how he's romantic and wants to hear a love story. One last thing I do want to say, I haven't actually said a character that I really don't relate to, so that's going to be a first in this video. I'm going to say that the princess that I'm most likely not going to relate to is Snow White. I mean, out of all the princesses there are, I feel like I relate to her the least. I say about the only thing that I relate to her with is the fact that she's a neat freak and cleans their whole cottage and stuff like that. Like, I'm a huge neat freak. I have a lot of clutter, but I like when things are clean. If I don't clean my apartment like every other week, it drives me insane. That's probably the only thing I relate to her with. But other than that, I just feel like Snow White is like a super, super naive girl. And I understand that. I think Snow White is like in her teens or something. I don't actually remember off the top of my head. I'll put it somewhere on this screen. First off, if an old, and I mean creepy old lady just pops her head in your window with an apple, what? Why would you let her in? And why would you eat the apple from a stranger? You don't know this lady. I mean, I would be terrified just seeing her face in my window. I would lock every window and every door, not let her in and then eat food that she brought me. I feel like I don't really relate to Snow White other than the fact that she's a neat freak. So that's about it for this week's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Buttons are right down there. Also, let me know in the comment section down below which character you think you relate to the most in Snow White. I will see you guys next time.